What is going on, Amazon sellers? Happy Monday, and we're almost halfway through Q4. Almost. The end of this week will be about the halfway point through Q4. We are live from sunny Central Florida. I hope that you guys are all having an incredible first day of the week, and I hope that your businesses are treating you well. My name is Chris Grant. I am the host, and I will be here to answer your questions, address your thoughts, your concerns about selling on Amazon, and be here to help you any way that I can. And of course, if you have a question, you can drop it off in the chat, and I will try to share a tip with you, if at all possible, which I do have today. I had someone reach out to me yesterday. They DM'd me and they said, "Hey, I want to make sure that I can find some products to sell on Walmart." And they want to use some automation to be able to do that. And fortunately enough, I know exactly how to make that happen. And I'm going to show you not one, but two different methods to be able to find products. One, incredibly quickly, and two, while you sleep, that should be profitable on Walmart. And I'll show you guys that here in a few minutes. Big B, what is going on? Glad to have you in here. Juan, glad to see you too, man. And Nasir, great to see you. So, again, just in case this is your first time here, I am here to answer your questions. I can't do my job unless you ask questions in the chat. So wherever you might be tuning in from, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, smack subscribe, if you will, and make sure to drop your questions in the comments so I can get those answered for you guys. Andy, what is going on? Glad to have you here. Now, there is a little bit of news, okay? And typically I save this for Wednesday, but this is just going to be a little quick hit. I've actually got a rant saved up for Wednesday with Chris Rasick, my co-host, both on the podcast as well as on our Wednesday live show. And I'm going to save that for Wednesday so that he and I can banter back and forth a little bit with that. But little piece of news is it looks like the inbound shipping is getting a little bit more difficult into the tail end of Q4. And last week, it looked like it may have just been hazmat products. But this week, it looks like it might be expanding a little bit more. Looks to be mostly on the West Coast. But there have been some reports of people creating shipments and getting little pop-ups that say there's no inbound appointments from the 15th of December until like the 30th of December. So that just goes to show that Amazon is absolutely overloaded with getting outbound shipments out. I know that they said I've heard rumors that they were usually go from, even in and out during the year to 5 trucks out for every 1 in. And I've heard that this year it's 10 trucks out for every 1 in. But again, those are rumors and we don't know for sure. But if you are going to be shipping in, which you should still be shipping in to FBA at all times, you want to know that things might get a little bit slower. Peyton, sales are a little slower today, but overall been ripping really good since December 1st. That's great, man. I've been glad to see your sales numbers. I always appreciate it when folks share. So Peyton, keep at it, man. You got a couple more days, got about 10 more days being able to rip merchant fulfilled pretty heavy before it's really going to taper off. And then you going to get to take advantage of FBA, and it'll be a whole lot easier on you. What's up? Very super cool guy. Glad to see you. And Jorge, made my first optimized shipment this weekend. Hopefully it helps speed up the process. I usually do minimal splits. So, Jorge, I'll tell you what, I have been doing minimal splits since inventory placement came out. And last week was our first optimized shipment. I figured I better go in and see what is better, what's going to cost less, and also see if anything is going to be delivered a bit quicker. And I would say that it looks like it was a little bit faster, at least getting checked in. When I look at the last shipment, it was, let's see here. It was created on December the 2nd, and it went into receiving this morning. And they have received, it looks like about 80% of it all in one day. Now, I have no idea how much of that has gone into FC transfer. I worry that it's probably a fair amount that's gone into FC transfer. I'd have to go and dig in to find out. But I was pretty happy with how quickly they seemed to get it unloaded. That one went from the West Coast over to the East Coast, went into Michigan. And hopefully nobody in Michigan listens to the podcast and sees how much I rip on the state. So that would hopefully keep anybody from, losing a box or two here. Super cool guy. How to storefront stock faster. So you're going to want to go back to a live that we did very recently. I can't remember which day that it was. May have been, it's either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So the last three, they're all very short. They're all about 35 minutes or less. But I shared a manual, what I call a scattergun approach to storefront stalking. All right. And it's essentially using a tool, RevSeller, to go in and be able to pull up 50 different storefronts at a time inside of Keepa Product Finder. And then we can go and we can narrow down to the products that we're more interested in selling. And then you'll be able to go in and source those manually. Outside of that, you could use a tool like StorefrontStalkerPro.com. Now, full disclosure, I am one of the owners of StorefrontStalkerPro.com, one of a few. And you can go in there and you can upload up to, I believe, 10 storefronts, and it will stalk them automatically for you. And you'll just be able to log in and get updates every 4 hours. So there's several different ways to be able to do that. But outside of that, you could also upload the ASINs from storefronts into Tactical Arbitrage, do a reverse search, and allow Tactical Arbitrage to find all the items that are profitable for you using reverse search. Those would be the 3 different ways that you could do storefront stalking a little bit faster. All right. Yeah, you've been plugging in seller IDs into KPF and using filters. That's great. But there's a way to do 50 storefronts at a time that I shared that, while it may not be in much faster, it is going to give you a lot more to choose from. All right. Again, we're about 10 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen after I answer Mark's question here, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a tip. Sorry, just got another FBM sale while we're live. No problem printing those sales while we're live. Okay. So, Chris, you mentioned a few weeks ago that you use a service to get images fixed that have been changed. Could you share what service this is? Yeah, it is not a cheap service. All right. But I use a service called Seller Candy. That's SELLER Candy, CANDY. And what they do is they do a plethora of things for you. If items go stranded for some reason, they will fix those. If images get changed, they'll take care of those. Basically, all the back end stuff that you want to do inside of Amazon, where you have to open up tickets and try to get a manager involved, all that stuff, they handle 99% of that. So I allow them to handle all those things that are just things that are annoyances. However, they are expensive. I think that they're $500 a month. There are some other services that may be similar and might be a little bit less expensive or may do one-off things like Tarrant Toolbox. That's Tarrant Toolbox. If you just Google them, they should show up. But they also handle those kind of things. And I'm not sure if they do a monthly service fee or if they have one-off services that they'll do for you. All right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Again, if you guys have questions, you feel free to ask away, and I will be more than happy to answer questions here until about 6:30 or 6:35. All right. So yesterday, I got a DM from a good friend and longtime Amazon seller. He won't mind. His name is Lem. If you happen to go follow him on social media, I know he's got a Facebook group and things like that. He's a good guy, but he was curious. He said, "Hey, I want to be able to source for Walmart." And I asked the folks at Tactical Arbitrage if there was a way to do it. They said something is coming, and they also said that there's a way to hack it in, but they weren't able to explain how to hack it in. Well, that's where I come in. I will explain how to hack in sourcing for Walmart with Tactical Arbitrage. You'll notice here that I've got 13,000 results in my view data page. Now, this right now only works for Amazon to Walmart arbitrage, right? Which, trust me, there is plenty to be had, okay? So I'm going to show you the easy way, number one, inside of your Tactical Arbitrage account. And then number two, I'm going to show you an incredibly thorough method, okay? So number one, if you go to Quick Picks inside of your Tactical Arbitrage account, you're going to be able to see up here that in quick search, there are several things available to you. There is search. This will allow me to find products from a particular retailer or all retailers, okay, and see what is profitable on Amazon. I can also go to Flip Finder, okay? And in Flip Finder, we're specifically looking for items from Amazon to sell on other marketplaces. So here's what we're going to do. In quick search under Flip Finder, whoops, there was another. I'm going to have to go order more of that product. That's good stuff. In Flip Finder, we're going to open up the filters and we're going to be sourcing from Amazon US. We're going to be selling on Walmart, and you can choose eBay, Target, or Walmart, whatever your choice is. All right, we're going to choose Walmart, and I'm going to say that I want the gross profit to be $15 or more. Okay, I want the sales rank on Amazon. You'll see these are your Amazon filters. I want the sales rank to be less than 150,000 on Amazon. I'm not steeped in Walmart. I don't know how to figure out the sales velocity over on Walmart yet. So in my lizard brain, I'm going to figure that if it does okay on Amazon, it probably is doing okay over on Walmart as well. I'm not going to worry about category. I am going to say I only want to buy from Amazon. I don't want to buy from a third-party seller. And the match quality here is going to be excellent, okay? So $15 profit, 150,000 sales rank or less. Amazon is the buy box seller. Excellent match quality. I'm going to click search, and within just a few seconds, you're going to see that I've got all of these options available to me, okay? Now, this item right here is some red Rust-Oleum. It is $7.98 on Amazon. It shows $38.64 over on Walmart. It could be a multi-pack over on Walmart, which it is. It shows a 6-pack right there. But we've got a video game right here. We've got more spray paint, sorry. But then we've got a pack of 2 Wet and Wild photo focus. So this is not going to be a $585 ROI. And I don't even have a Walmart calculator yet. But if I can get this for $8.20 on Amazon and I can sell it, which sure enough, $4.10 on Amazon. This is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. Okay. Soft beige. Over here on Walmart, it is Sunkissed beige. So not exactly the same thing. All right. Let me go and check for another item here. This looks like a 3-pack. That can't be right. I should have chose. Here we go. Here's a toy. Okay, let's do this one. This one here is a toy for $12.95. Well, it was $12.95. It's not anymore. Looks like Amazon sold out of that. And of course, as soon as I need to do this live, it's going to give me a bit of a hard time here. Let me find another one here. Here, we'll take a look at this one. All right. So this item here is $30.01 on Amazon is what I can get it for. $30.01 being sold by Amazon. Over on Walmart, it's $54.82. It's currently being sold and shipped by Drop Air. This thing has 3 ratings on it. Again, I have no idea how to tell whether or not it's selling or not. I'm sure that I could go and learn that pretty quick. But there's a $24 difference between the 2 listings. Okay. Looks like the same thing to me. I believe it is. So if this is an actual seller on Walmart and there is some room that in that $24 based on their fees, then I would be good to go to buy this from Amazon, ship it over to Walmart or ship it out myself and sell it on Walmart. Now, Drop Air has 3,410 seller reviews, so it seems like they're probably doing a good job. Alternatively, you could stalk this storefront if you wanted to as well. I believe, let's see if we can view more about the store. Can we shop all from them? It looks like we can. So we should be able to go in and actually be able to see all the things that they're selling and maybe stalk their storefronts as well, buy them from Amazon. Okay. So that's the very quick way to get some really fast, easy wins using Flip Finder inside of Tactical Arbitrage. But there's another way if you want to go in and be a little bit more thorough and choose exactly what you're going after. So I went into my product search this morning. Okay. Went into product search this morning. I chose the website as Walmart to source from. Now, this would normally, okay, this is the part where we're going to be hacking this in. Okay. But I chose Walmart. This is going to find items on Walmart and it's going to match them to Amazon. And it's going to show me the items that I could buy from Walmart, sell on Amazon. I went in and I created an easy bulk, and my current easy bulk right now is, we'll hit save and edit, is Walmart. I chose all of the Walmart toys inside of the easy bulk, 500 different categories of Walmart toys. And then I went down to my filters, and the only thing that I put in here was also show category unknown results, also show Amazon out of stock, also include quantity mismatched. I left all of my other filters completely blank. Okay. 0 other filters whatsoever. And I'm going to explain why here in just a moment. We're going to now go to view results, and I have over 13,000 results from this search. Sorry, I have 12,994. You have 12,994. I have Amazon to Walmart toys search. There's actually 13,255 in here. I must be using some filters in here. Okay. So once I look at this search, this is going to give me so many, and some of these are not going to be selling whatsoever. So I'm going to use some on-page filters to be able to pare this down a little bit. So number one, I'm going to run over to my ROI and my profit. Okay. And I'm going to click the little magnifying glass icon, and I'm going to put from negative 500 to negative 30. Okay. I'm going to hit apply. And now this is going to get rid of any of the results that have a positive ROI, meaning any items that would be profitable for me to buy from Walmart and sell on Amazon are going to be gone. And you'll notice that I'm now down to 9,281. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the gross profit and I'm going to say, only show me the items that are negative 200. Well, I'm going to go negative. We'll do negative 35 to negative 10. Okay, actually, I'm going to do negative 15. I'm going to make that a little bit more narrow. And I'm going to apply that. Now, the reason I did negative 35 to negative 15 is I want to get the items that are going to be profitable to buy from Amazon and sell over on Walmart, but I don't want the items where the difference is a few $100s. It's very unlikely that there's going to be a few $100 delta in profit between the two platforms. Okay. So now I'm down a bit more. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run in here and I want the buy box to be Amazon. Now, could you buy from a third-party seller and sell on Walmart? That's up to you. That depends, how comfortable you're feeling. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, I just want to buy from Amazon. I don't want to buy from anybody else. And now I've got my 13,000 results down to about 756. Last thing we could do is we could come in here and we could look at the BSR or the sales rank. And I could say, hey, you know what? Only show me the items that are under 150,000 on Amazon, which hopefully equates to those items selling pretty well on Walmart as well. And as we do that, we're now down to 715. And if we take a look at this item here, for example, this Nintendo Super Mario Jumbo Basic Plush, let's take a look at this and see if this is a match, okay? And over on Walmart, it looks like this, World of Nintendo. It's by Jax. It's a Jumbo Basic Plush. It's selling for $33.28. Over here on Walmart, it looks like the exact same thing, and it's selling for $21.59 from Amazon. Now, is there enough money between $21.59 and $33 to be able to make a profit? I don't know. I need to go get a Walmart calculator, which I should probably do here pretty soon. But we're now finding products pretty quickly that we can hopefully be able to flip from one marketplace to another. I'm going to go ahead and open up this Luigi, and we should see the same thing over here. It looks like Amazon's not on that listing right now. So we're going to pop off of that one. And we'll look for one more. Let's find one more item in here. You know what? Let's take a look at this VTech Dino Chomper thing. Looks like it's $19.97 from Amazon. If we run over here, it's also $19.97. Looks like it may have come back in stock. And let's see if we can get one more. Let's try this guy. This item, 181 pieces, being sold by Amazon. It's $39.99. Over on Walmart's $49.97. Not a huge moneymaker, or it may not make any money at all. But I think you guys get it. Okay. I've got 700 results here. I only chose the toys and games category, and there's still 700 potentially profitable results. I would just need to go in and get myself a Walmart calculator, which I'll do after the show. Pop-up Mario, it's $14.99, and over here, it's $30.99. But again, no idea if this actually moves or not. But those are the two easy ways that you can use tactical arbitrage to be able to find products from Amazon that you can flip onto Walmart pretty quickly. All right. Okay, let me go in and see if there's any other questions, and then we'll wrap this thing up for the night. Okay, Amir. Oh, and guys, if you are here and you have questions, I see there's about 100 folks here across different platforms. Please make sure if you've got a question, ask away. I am here. I'm your humble servant for the next 10 minutes or so. So, Amir, how to get one bad review removed? Unfortunately, I enrolled in one, got a bad review. There is no sale after that review. Oh, one bad Vine review removed. Well, I don't really, I don't dabble in the private label. So I have no idea about how to get a Vine review removed, unfortunately. There are some folks out on Twitter that I would suggest you go and reach out to. There is Steve Rowley. Steve, I'm sure you're not listening to an arbitrage Neanderthal, but I may have pronounced your last name wrong. I apologize if I did. But look him up. He's a great, he got a very interesting niche that he's into. I really enjoy. Brandon Young is another private label seller that I trust who's over on Twitter that you could reach out to. And man, I've got a few others, but their names are escaping me at the moment. If you ever tag me on Twitter, I'll be happy to point you in the right direction. No problem there. Jay Tyndall, new seller here. Fresh sellers show everything as restricted requires approval. Should I focus on finding profitable products and submit purchase orders for approval, or find ungated items brand first? So, Jay Tyndall, I'm going to push back just a touch. Okay. I know that it feels like everything is restricted. However, you're going to find a couple of brands that you're able to sell. Okay. My opinion is that you should pay those dues. Okay. Because there is no telling whether or not Amazon is going to ungate you, even with receipts or invoices. Now, is the process of getting ungated difficult? No, but Amazon is fickle. And I think that I would be doing you a disservice to say, hey, you know what? Take $500, go out, find a couple of brands that you believe are going to be profitable, and spend that money to get ungated in those products. When you get ungated, you may not be able to find a product that you can get ungated with that is profitable once you become ungated. So it could be $500 of Amazon tuition that you just don't get back. And I'm just not sure that that is the best advice to give people. But there will be a brand or five that are out there that you will find by putting in the reps that are going to be ungated for you. When you do that, learn how to source those brands really, really well, and make some sales. All right. If you're break even or a little bit profitable at the beginning, that's fine. You're putting in your reps, you're learning the process. And once you get to about $15,000 or $20,000 in gross merchandise volume or total sales, you're going to notice that if everything has gone smoothly, Amazon is all of a sudden going to start auto ungating you in not just tens of brands, but hundreds of brands. All right. And you're going to notice this across all categories, across tons of brands. There are going to still be some that are going to require receipts or invoices to get ungated. But doing this method is going to, one, it's going to save you money up front rather than spending it on getting ungated. Number two, it's going to force you to put in the reps. Okay. It's going to make you pay, your Amazon dues. The third thing it's going to do is, as you're out there looking for profitable products and ungated products, you're going to come across products that are profitable to purchase and sell on Amazon. Now, maybe you're restricted in those, but that doesn't mean that there is no value in those leads that you found. Number one, you could share them with a friend who may be willing to share back with you. All right. One of the important things is to go out and start making friends on social media, on Twitter, in Discord, on Facebook. Okay. But even if you don't share those leads with someone else, the other thing you can do is you can put those into a spreadsheet and you can come back to them later. Maybe it's only profitable on a sale. Well, guess what? Sales are cyclical. They will come around again. Sales happen a whole lot more than just Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Matter of fact, some of the best sales happen outside of those times. Okay. So you can come back to those later on down the road and be able to sell those profitably once you do get ungated. The other thing is you're going to, by doing this, by using this method, you're going to find and look at so many Keepa graphs that you're really going to hone your eye for what you want to look in a Keepa graph. And then you're going to find a handful of brands just as kind of a side benefit. Okay. Now, this method is harder. It's going to take you longer, but you're going to be a better seller for it by locking in and doing this. I promise. Hey, Luke, what's going on, man? Glad to see you in here. Peyton, anything you can do about an FBM order that's stuck in pending status? Been a couple of days. No, there's not really anything that you can do about those pending orders. You got to wait for the payment to go through. It likely will. Just hold on to that item. It'll probably come out in the next couple of days. If it takes, a week or, 10 days, then you might open up a case and see if, see about canceling it. You could always cancel it from your end if you've got a fair amount of volume and it's not going to cause too much of an ODR issue, an order defect rate issue. But I really try not to cancel things on my end. All right. And Ro, this will be the last question for the night. I've got to get out and finish making dinner for my family. But Ro, have you noticed FBM shipping fees being higher in the last week or two? I've only been selling one or two products. They're very niche kind of product. And for me, not really. However, there have been fee increases for shipping. You're going to want to keep your eye on news releases from UPS, USPS, etc., because they did have increases in the fourth quarter. I noticed that some shipping window are closer than others, like Wednesday, December 7th to Friday, December 9th. Well, yeah, that is absolutely what you're seeing then, is you're seeing that they want the items faster. You may have a shipping template issue, and I'm not super comfortable with giving out like a shipping template that I suggest to people because it's really depending on where you are in the country. Okay. But biggest thing for you is you need to go in and change your shipping template. I was having some trouble, and then I changed my shipping template to 4 to 8 days to the West Coast. I'm in Florida, and that made things a whole lot better for me. So go in and mess around with your shipping template. Should be good to go. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up there this evening. Appreciate 120 of you showing up and hanging out. Going to be back here tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. We're going to do this all over again. I'm going to answer your questions, try to show you a tip or two that you can use in your Amazon business. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys absolutely crush the rest of the day. And I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.